skull as a bowl, who will never ever sell their soul. No. Who's stoking up the coals of hell? Who cannot be controlled? You know it's we three trolls, we three trolls. Now don't you get your overalls in a twist, y'all, but this podcast ain't endorsed by that world-famous comedy store or any kind of world-famous nothing. These three folks are just too rude, you hear? Who goes to the grassy knoll on an evening stroll? You know it's we three trolls, we three trolls. Yee-hoo! Get ready to be offended, y'all.
All right, so we got Eric with us today. What's your last name, Eric? Andrade. Eric is a photographer. You take pictures of basically the homeless problem that we have in LA. And your Instagram page is All Eyes on Me. So check it out.
All Eyes on Me LA.
We're All Eyes on Me LA. We're sort of looking at it right now. And you already have one picture that was taken down.
That was censored.
Yeah, it got censored. I thought it must have been in the last.
Yeah.
I don't remember it being like that. So.
Do you tag like the mayor or governor or anything like that when you post? No. Okay.
I don't really care. We probably don't care anyway.
Yeah, you really don't post anything underneath it. You just have the picture up.
Yeah, it's just a
love
picture,
it,
no
yeah.
captions.
The photo speaks for itself. It doesn't
Yeah.
need anything else.
Yeah, I mean, a strong photo that needs words is it's not really necessary. If you have a really good photo, you don't really need to say anything anyway.
Exactly.
Like you see a good photo like taken in Iraq or Afghanistan, you don't really need any
Right.
background. You could just look at it and try to imagine what was happening at that time.
That's a good photo though, right there.
Yeah, that's those are the
good
types of photos
photography.
I try to take.
Yeah.
But how are you going to tell people what to think if you don't,
Yeah,
tell
Oh
them?
yeah,
you
well,
have
how am I gonna
hashtags,
indoctrinate
dude.
everybody?
See, that's why I love your pictures, because I don't have to think. Sometimes they're ironic. So I mean, you're making a statement, but it's not a statement of you need to vote for this person or you need to do this or shame on you. It's more obtuse.
Yeah, it's supposed to be more arty, like artistic. Some people don't think that. Some people think like I'm sort of trying to make fun of the situation or something, that's really not my intentions at all. The goal is just to go out and take a photo that's gonna make you probably want to know more about that person or the situation in that photo. Yeah. Or just get you emotional or just get you riled up.
Right.
That's the whole goal.
Obviously, the problem that we have here in LA, that's why this is happening so much, because most people want to ignore it or they get upset if you take pictures of them. It's like, well, this is what's happening. Why does it upset you so much? Like they pretend to humanize them online, right? But they get upset if you post a picture. It's like, what made you get started in it?
Honestly, I was unemployed one summer.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to work. I was working in automotive before. Yeah. Like as a salesman, and it just really wasn't for me anymore. And I just decided that I needed to do something different, and I needed to reinvent myself. I guess I was in Los Angeles for the first year. I was like, I guess I got to reinvent myself. So I went, I bought a camera, and I just started taking photos outside of where I lived in downtown in Skid Row. And it all happened kind of very quickly because I got super obsessed with it very fast. Like once after that first day, I was like, I like this. Yeah, and I just kept going out every single day. So like the next 6 months, I think I went out like every single day. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's because what you see, right? Yeah. I mean, you lived near that. I used to live near that area too, but now it's like sprawled out everywhere. You know? That's what everyone tells me. I've when I first moved to downtown on Skid Row, it's always just kind of look the way it is right now, but I was not living anywhere else, so I was not totally sure. So that was like 4 years ago, right? So I wasn't even totally sure what other parts of LA were like, because I was never really going out. I was just sticking around where I lived in downtown. I never really needed to go outside of downtown. Right. So everyone's telling me that it's getting much bigger, much larger. So I mean, I guess residents of Hollywood and Venice and the West Side. Or I mean, that's what everybody's saying, I guess.
Oh, they already knew.
Yeah.
They started there first. Now it's in the Valley.
Okay.
Been in the Valley for that last couple of years. I'm affected, so now it's a fucking problem.
Okay.
Yeah. For sure. We need to. Nah, I'm just kidding. But that's the attitude
you
most
need to
people
vote
have.
for this person. I'd like to endorse,
Yeah.
But that's the attitude people have. It's not in my backyard, so fuck them.
Yeah.
But now it's in everyone's backyard. I assure you, it's in everyone's backyard.
Once it is, now that it's coming to everybody's backyard, everybody is sort of up in arms right now. Everybody, like, the mayor's getting a lot of flack right now, man.
He ignores all of it.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I mean, like,
well, they have people censoring too because they don't really. But it's like you're not hiding it. People live here. We see it.
Yeah, you see it in.
And granted, we do shit on them sometimes, but
Yeah.
it's like I've had junkies in my family. I've had all this shit, and it fucking sucks because, like this photo right here, the cops, like when I got punched in the face by some homeless junkie guy, just walking to yoga, which is insane. I'm just like, I was trying to be a good person, man. Yeah. I got punched in the face.
Don't bother.
And I'm just like,
that's a lie.
I was so enraged. I'm like,
why would you say that about that person?
I know, right? What the fuck? What a piece of shit.
You can't make fun of these people.
They showed up like 45 minutes later, and I followed them. She's like, man, please stop following me. I was like, I'm going to crack this motherfucker in the head right now. And they showed up, and they're like, well, do you feel like going to court? Because we could report this. Like they gave me options.
Okay.
Like, of how to handle it. And I was like, no, I don't want to go to court. What am I going to sue this person? I'm not going to sue.
Nothing's going to.
I just want them to be put away or get some kind of mental health or whatever is going on, because it was right when it started getting really hot outside too.
Yeah,
so I'm like, man,
that's when things get, like, summertime is usually.
They get crazy, right?
You can take a lot of good photos over summertime because a lot of people are out. They start scattering around.
Yeah.
It starts to mess with it. And even
starts
to
messing
me,
with
like,
me.
even photographing during the summer for me, like, if I go out for like 3 or 4 hours in like 105-degree weather, I'll be out there for like 4 hours, man.
Yeah.
I'll take down like at least 4 bottles of water. Like, I'll have one, and then 30 minutes later, I'm like, I gotta have another.
Right.
Be out there like that all the time. That there is
Where's
on,
this?
6th and San Pedro Street.
Yeah, 6th Street.
Man.
6th and San Pedro.
We love
I used to
it.
live off 6th and Spring, and I would park my car on Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Down there, and I just remember I was like, man, that's right where it kind of started, right past Los Angeles, right? And I would just run to my apartment, but it was crazy because you go on Spring, you're like, oh, it's nice, there's Starbucks, there's this, and you walk a block down, and you see some guy just jerking off in the middle of the day, and you're like, dude, like, there's fucking kids walking by, like, just find a corner. They don't care. They're on
have
drugs.
some shame, dude.
There ain't no shame.
Yeah,
So are you still in downtown area? You still live there?
I'm still there.
You're probably taking pictures today, huh?
Yeah, I was down here. I was down here today, right here. But I come to this corner every day.
Okay.
I go there for like an hour or two every single day for like the last 6 to 8 months. I've been going down there every day, and it's just been. It can get to you sometimes. Like it can be.
God,
like, It can not like emotionally, but like just the people and just like, just like it kind of brings you brings you down, but it kind of crushes you sometimes. It's kind of just
you're not a robot. You're a person, man. Yeah, it's crazy.
But I'm trying. I'm still going down there every day.
There's a lot of color in your photos that you kind of
Yeah,
I like
it's
that.
a colorful world, colorful place. I mean, I don't like black and white photography.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah.
I try not to get too. I think it's either.
It
there's
makes
probably
it
only
very
a few-
vibrant.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
There's only
like,
a few good. Well, I'm not like the auteur of photography. I've only been photographing since I started doing this
How
project.
long ago did you do that?
3 years ago.
3 years ago. Okay.
And so, I'm not the grandmaster of photography at all. So, but I feel like black and white.
You're
is just
great. The
a
framing's
little too,
wonderful.
Yeah, I love it. You're the Ansel Adams of depravity.
That's
what you are.
Well, also you're kind of
that's
showing
funny.
everybody what's going on. Like, this is great. This
Well, that's
is
what
she
I
in a
wanted
wedding
to say.
dress? What's
They censored the picture, and they showed it earlier. Brett showed us to earlier. It was just a guy sitting in a wheelchair. But they censor it because the city doesn't want tourists to see how we fucking treat these people. This is a guy in a wheelchair. He shouldn't be just sitting out on the fucking street all day. You have to give him a job or something to do or take care of him. Yeah, there you go.
No, that's not it. It's
That's not the one that was
the
censored?
other one, the one with
There might be multiple ones that were.
You have to uncover that one. You have to uncover it on the bottom.
Yeah. Oh, that's the one. Yeah,
you
I
can't
remember.
see the leg, but
Jesus.
Dude, that one was all over fucking Instagram and Facebook when you put it up. This one really seemed to take people by surprise. This is unbelievable. We're letting someone live like this.
I was riding my bike to work when I took this, and I asked the individual if they wanted help. I asked say, hey, you don't look too good. They said they didn't want any help. That's
they need
help. The
The
way I see it is.
But a lot of people won't ask for it either.
Yeah, I mean, I asked, and she said
but
no.
He asked him.
She said no, and I said, "Are you sure? Are you positive?" And she said, "No, I don't want it." And this is just I don't know what to do after that. I mean, this is an adult. Mm-hmm. This is obviously they're mentally ill. They don't know what they're doing anymore at this point. They just are probably doing drugs. That's probably from heroin or something. That's probably just a bad needle infection or something. But
Jesus.
But at this point, this person, I obviously don't know what to say. Like,
wow.
Mm-hmm.
This
so
person's
people
just
who
not
can't
with it
see
anymore.
it and they're just listening. I mean, there's just a woman that she looks like she's playing Twister. And she's in her underwear.
Actually, to be fair, it looks like she lost Twister.
She definitely lost Twister. This bitch.
That's
and her
twisted, dude.
We gotta twist it over you. As her foot is that a foot or a shoe?
It's her feet, dude. Both her foot.
I can't even see with these damn glasses. I'm still blind.
Her foot looks like it was bit by someone from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
It looks like they tried to crucify her and she escaped.
Really good description of what's in that photo.
Thank you.
It's a really good description. No, it is. It is a good description, but I don't know what to. I don't see like there's a point that somebody gets to, and that's this really low point in their life, and this is somebody
their family got probably sick of them. Maybe if they're lucky enough to have a family, they probably don't.
Yeah,
maybe they don't. Maybe
or they got sick of their shit and they just chose to be on the streets. They want to do drugs, but it's like. It's like I understand free will and shit, but at a certain point, like it's gotten pretty bad here. Like, it's gotten real. Like it's almost like undeniable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they try to censor. They censored you. They censor all the other ones. They always close their accounts, like Santa Monica Problems and.
Yeah, I've actually met up with all those.
You did?
Yeah, we all met each other one time.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Street People of Los Angeles on too. At some point.
I'll talk.
Yeah.
I'll ask Paul if he.
Yeah. I get he wants to keep his.
Yeah, he needs
we get him to wear a mask and stuff. We're on top of it. We also have a vocal changer.
Get him to wear like a
so he can sound like Barry White. Oh baby, this is a terrible tragedy.
Yeah, he's got.
We should put him in a shadow.
It'll look like a Dateline episode, or was that Unsolved Mystery? I can't remember. But
both of them.
What about just like a Nacho Libre mask? You know,
that'll work.
Actually, I have them. I have two in my house.
Yeah, I know you do.
I use them for the bedroom, but
you're so weird.
They smell so sweaty.
But he needs to keep his on the down low.
Because people fuck with him, dude.
Yeah,
I read in the comments people are so mad at him.
He can't do that.
How can they not? I don't understand these enablers, dude. How do you look at that photo and not see that we are doing this person a horrible disservice by not putting them somewhere and getting them off fucking drugs? If you have to force that person into rehab, I think that should be done. Both your feet are gangrene. Both. That means the first one went gangrene and you were like, I still want to do heroin. I've got one more foot.
They can't even help themselves. Like, that's what it is.
They're just like that. They're just like me and chocolate. I'm a chocoholic.
No, you're an alcoholic, dude.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm a booze hound.
Oh, God. You sound like somebody else I know. Ew. All right. So, yeah, dude, this shit's sad. We you know what? We do make fun sometimes, but I don't fucking feel bad.
Look,
I don't give a shit.
If you can't make, if you can't make light, I mean, comedy is. There's no boundaries in comedy. Yeah. You should be able to do whatever you want in comedy. Right. If it's funny, it's funny. If it's not funny, then it's just you did a shitty
What's
joke.
going on with this picture? The guy against the wall. Is he getting arrested? Are they searching him? What happened there? Were you there?
One at the top?
Yeah. Can you go up, Brett?
The first one?
Yeah, to the top left. The first one.
Yeah, that one, I don't even know, honestly. They just rolled up. I heard the sirens. I was on my way to work on my bike, and
they're not even talking to him. He's like, all right, I'm guilty. Take me away.
They just rolled out, and they pulled their pistols out. and I just threw my bike down and started snapping photos.
Wow.
But this is I've seen this, on this.
How fucking shitty would it be to be a fucking police officer in Los Angeles, dude? You don't even. This is all you area. Deal with. This is all you deal with all day long. Yeah, that's it.
I've seen these people. These officers draw their weapons on a weekly basis, on a daily basis. People doing drug busts.
She's got gloves on. You don't know if they got needles. You don't know if they got weapons. You don't know what the fuck they got
against the wall there, though.
Those are more homeless people.
Oh, okay.
So basically, just chilling. This is the front door of the Midnight Mission, one of the biggest missions.
So there's more. I was like just looking at myself in the corner. I was like, oh, that's me.
Who's this dirtbag over here?
It's pretty well together.
But the Midnight Mission.
She has her head in the other chick's head.
Yeah. Oh, the Midnight Mission? Is that where they feed everybody and all that shit?
Yeah, they house people that.
All right.
Or it's like temporary.
Yeah.
That's for the night.
What's crazy about that is like a lot of people that are actually need help that aren't on drugs. They don't want to stay there because they feel threatened or they feel unsafe, and the other half that do the drugs don't want to stay there because they have rules.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to stay there if I were homeless. If I were homeless and doing drugs, I wouldn't go to a mission. I would just stay in a tent.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's too many rules, and they don't want to. A lot of people don't want to abide by them.
Yeah.
It's really. I don't even know.
You think they're doing things in those tents that are against the rules?
Of course not. Of course not. These are good quality American citizens. No, that was a joke.
Nothing nefarious at all.
No. Yeah, what happens in those tents, man?
I saw two guys the other day.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I assume a gay couple because they were bringing a child's bike home to their kid.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Child's bike.
Some poor kid got their bike stolen.
Yeah, also a backpack for her,
Oh, that's nice.
Dude, when when I saw people riding bikes in my neighborhood, I'd be like, oh, cool, they're reducing their carbon footprint, riding their bike to work. Now I'm like, it's a fucking criminal on wheels, dude. They always have a backpack full of stolen shit.
Yeah.
They always...
Or I like the one where they're on the bike and then they have another bike next to them.
Go to the one on the bottom right.
Yeah.
Bottom right with the now just go to the left. That one. Yeah. That was the first homicide in Los Angeles in the whole city in 2020.
Whoa.
Yeah. And you were right
Wait,
there.
was that the guy?
He was stabbed to death.
Oh, wow.
He was stabbed to death?
Yeah, he was sitting.
Oh, I remember hearing
the
about
guy on
that.
the right was sitting
some
down.
Other account reposted this, I think, from you.
Yeah, Street People of Los Angeles,
Yeah,
he got stabbed to death and just died right there.
Jesus. Was it another homeless person or was it just like
it was a transient.
Oh man.
Yeah. And they found him like a week later at the public library.
Where else?
Yeah, I know.
Was he applying for a job on that?
Yeah. They always go to places where your children want to be. The park.
Good Lord.
Oh man. Yeah, that was what's funny is that if the cops had not pulled up when I was walking right by, I would have never known.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Because I was looking forward.
Wow.
Yeah, that was on the 1st at like 8 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah, I would have never known that was there. It kind of goes to show like something I think the one thing I've learned from this is that something really bad could be happening from you 1 block away and you have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you have the Citizen app and then you're like, Jesus Christ, I need
to.
I had to delete it though.
Yeah, they make up shit. People are just bored.
I think some things are made up. Some things aren't though.
Well, it's always a guy with a machete. I was like, who the fuck has all these goddamn machetes, dude? Like, I didn't even. I'm scared.
Crocodile Dundee hit some hard times. Is he out there?
Yeah, this is the same corner.
Like, do I need to get a machete? I don't understand.
Dude, I love that.
I wouldn't know how to use it.
That's a lot of piss. I mean, look how wet that street is. Like, how did he get?
They washed down
Jesus.
They washed that sidewalk. The Midnight Mission does probably 6-7 times a day, just to make sure that people are, in the corner where his actual shadow is. That's. People
I can tell it's pissed.
They should probably just leave it there and just hope they all die from a disease, Like,
they will. Coronavirus.
I know. I've been thinking about that. What's going to happen?
I don't even think coronavirus is real.
I don't either. Did you notice there was a fucking nationwide protest in China before this virus just came out of nowhere?
In Glendale, they have one of my neighbors, which is she she barely speaks English. She's Armenian. She's like,
I like this.
Do you
one.
see there's a
cool.
coronavirus in Glendale? And I was like, why are you? I mean, I don't know. Should I be worried about this? I don't watch CNN all day or Fox News or whatever the fuck.
I'm okay with
I live on the
Glendale
west side of Los
being
Angeles.
wiped
This is China.
out.
I'm like, I'm good. Yeah. And I'm always around homeless people. I feel like I don't know. I've built an immunity maybe.
Yeah,
Where is this
you have
at?
to.
Who's this guy walking? With
I
the
just
suit?
thought that was a nice picture. All that stuff. He has no idea what's going on around him.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
He's
I
blind.
thought that
Oh,
was
the
kind of.
blind guy.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
has
yeah.
Oh damn!
Well,
He's like,
believe
what
me,
in
I-
the
if he-
fuck
unless
is that
his-
goddamn
And you know
smell?
what's
unless his
crazy?
nose is
Is
fucked
that-
up.
That
is a
sense of
major
smell is not
safety
working.
thing right there. A blind person walking through Skid
Right.
Row because they can't actually walk on the sidewalk. They
Oh
gotta walk
my
through the street. Imagine
God.
he just gets pummeled.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
So people who can't see, there's a blind man, poor guy. He's dressed to the nines.
He's
Just-
also black. That's two things against him.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's walking around, and these are
Oh,
jokes,
I'm
people.
I'm bad for laughing at that one, bro.
Yeah, poor guy.
Yeah,
That's well, they block the whole entire sidewalk. you
Yeah.
know,
yeah. That whole
that's-
sidewalk is
Yeah, it's filthy. It's disgusting.
all of that actually used to be on the other side in front of the Midnight Mission, but then they started cleaning the
yeah,
sidewalk every few hours, and then they all moved across the street because they got tired of getting up and off the sidewalk. A lot of the people. That is a really interesting group of people that hang out on that sidewalk because there's like
no, you said it
really
right. Lay. Yeah, they
lay
there.
on the side.
They
Yeah,
don't do-
yeah.
they're not
Yeah,
going to work.
No, they do lay there. I mean, they sit there. They
Fucking
stand there.
gross.
But
dude.
there's a lot of elderly people that.
What if
that-
there's like an
that are on
anal
that.
like homeless person like, God damn it, I'm sick and tired of cleaning up with you motherfucking assholes. I told you shit
Who,
in
the-
that
the
corner,
people-
not in this corner. Like there's like a really like OCD homeless person.
Oh yeah.
Actually,
No,
I think all of them are.
If they're on meth, yeah.
Well,
I
they
just-
very carefully arrange their baskets that they roll around with.
They got a lot of free time.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I mean,
they got
Or-
plenty of. I mean, I
organized.
talked to a lot of these people, and not the people in the photos typically, but some of them, yes. But a
have you
lot of
gotten into
times,
altercation with anybody that
Yeah,
you've
anyone try to fuck
taken
you up?
pictures of or anything like that?
Um,
Like anything crazy?
What's going? Yeah, I mean, this is like a. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No,
cut
it's
you
fine.
off.
I mean, I get into verbal altercations at least every few days with
Okay.
people on Skid Row, and most of the time, I just gotta like fortify and just be like, yeah, dude, I'm not talking to you, bro.
Yeah.
And just walk away and just be like,
Were
yeah,
they
bro.
asking you for money or what was?
No,
what's the
they just come
altercation?
up to me. They just try to be tough, and most of the time it's just tough talk. Actually, every single time it's just tough talk. I've learned that a lot. There's not that. Okay, look, there's a lot of people down there that talk a lot of shit.
Mhm.
They talk a really, really, really big game. They come to me. They say all these things that they're gonna do something, and then I stand on the corner and I go, well, "What are you gonna do? You're gonna do something?" And then they don't really end up doing anything. Just ignore them. And then I go back the next day and everything's fine. But a lot of times I don't get a lot of flack. I'm lucky. I'm tall. And, they're not really. What I found is that a lot of people down there that are committing crimes, they're usually doing it to people that are very vulnerable.
Yeah, that are
elderly
weaker
people,
than
mentally
them.
ill people.
Mhm.
A lot.
Yeah.
Always. You'll never find somebody trying to do it to me.
Right.
You'll never find somebody try to take my camera. You take my camera, that's it.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
over.
I'd rather smash it on your fucking face.
Yeah.
Than let you run away with it. That's
I-
reality.
I can assure you there's been times that I've wanted to break my camera over somebody's head.
Yeah.
Just-
Well, that's what scares me. It's like if they punch me in the face, I'm like, what if it was like an older lady or like a
Oh, it
kid or
happens.
something
Oh,
like
yeah.
that? You know what I mean? Like it's. I'm
Hit
like,
him over the head with the
what in the
with
fuck?
with
I'm
a
like, you
2x4
guys
or
are
something,
putting
and-
people in
Yeah, women have the toughest.
Yeah.
Women have it the hardest. They have definitely. I would not want to be a woman on Skid Row. If I were a woman, I would not be on Skid Row. I'd try and get into a mission, but if I couldn't get into a mission, I would leave immediately. So if you're ever considering being homeless in Los Angeles because you want to go there, anyone
No,
watching,
no.
I would not consider being homeless on Skid Row. It's about
Or
it's
Canoga
100
Park.
times more difficult to be a woman
Well,
homeless
I'm
on Skid Row than a male.
sure they get raped all the time. They get beat up. Like
Yeah,
I'm
rape in those
positive.
tenses. Yeah,
Positive,
raping
like
women
that.
in those tenses for drugs or unconscious.
Yeah.
Like it's really scummy shit.
Yeah.
A lot of those. It's not typically homeless people in those. Some you'll find actual homeless people, elderly people, people that are disabled down there that really actually
That's
need help.
sad, man.
But
Yeah.
a lot of times you'll find you go down the stretch of San Pedro from 5th Street to 6th Street, and
Yeah.
these are not homeless people
No.
in these tents.
They're just
these
drug
are
addicts.
fucking drug dealers.
Criminals.
These
Yeah.
are These are
starting fires, jerry rigging fucking electricity, just blowing shit up. And fucking
a lot of times they're not homeless. I don't, you see them, they're outside gambling and stuff and drinking like 8 a.m. in the morning, it's like smoking weed, doing drugs. And some of the people on that block between 5th and 16th on San Pedro, they're just so lost on drugs and so gone that there's nothing else you could do. They have to be put somewhere or whatnot.
They do. I can't believe they just allow them there.
That's beautiful.
And they
it's pretty touching to see a guy like that comforted by alcohol,
That's a great photo. And him, it's an older man holding a teddy bear with a fucking 40 in his hand.
It looks like King Cobra as well.
Is it King Cobra?
It's a real sharp.
God damn. I haven't seen King Cobra since I moved here.
How much do you think King Cobras cost, the 40s?
Like $1.50 or something. It's actually very, very affordable to be a drunk.
Is that a beer?
Yeah, but it's like a malt liquor, so it's stronger than beer, like a lot stronger than beer. Okay. So you could get fucked up on one of those with ease.
Oh, for sure.
Now you polish off 2 of them, and you're probably.
This is Boyle Heights. Actually.
Oh yeah.
I used to go there regularly, and then I stopped. There wasn't too many good photos, and I will say this: when I first started doing photography, I was not really. I was not like out to like photograph homeless people. Like it was just kind of like I was walking around and I kind of noticed it, and I noticed other photographers from different time periods. If you were in the 80s Manhattan, you lived in 80s Manhattan, you were a street photographer, you photographed the 80s Manhattan. That's what you photographed. I just walk out of my door and I start photographing Skid Row because that's where I live. I'm just trying to photograph my neighborhood. It's not like I'm like. I see. Yeah, I mean, like, obviously there's an emphasis on this because I live on Skid Row, and I noticed it, so I figured this would be the best thing to cover, the best thing to photograph. If I don't, I'll regret it.
Right.
I'm gonna regret the shit out of it, man.
I have to.
Amazing, and you're doing something for history, too, actually, whether you
know
it or not.
Archiving it.
You are.
For a long time, people were, like, ignoring it,
Yeah.
Like, it just wasn't even getting any press, and we would just, like, bitch about it on here on the podcast to nobody,
Yeah.
And then, like...
I mean, for the first, year, there was nobody following this, like, what I was doing. I made some good photographs. Most of them were terrible. I would just find somebody in, like, a funny piece of clothing and try and make a good picture. I was no good at it. I mean, like, along the way, I made some good photographs, but some decent ones. But, I mean, really, in, like, once late 2018 hit, that's when I hit my stride, and that was when I kind of got things down. Kind of knew where to be.
Yeah.
And where not to be. Like, there's no good pictures in Little Tokyo.
Oh, shit. This guy's on a bird scooter?
Yeah, they use those to commit crimes and get away faster.
No, thanks, but you LA. Can't. How are you getting on a bird scooter, though? Because you need to have a phone, first of all. Second of all, you need to download it. Third of all, you need some money.
This particular individual.
But they also jerry-rig it, as you said. Yeah, so they can take customize them, for their own purposes.
This individual is... this is sad, actually, because that person should not be on the streets. That person should be in a mental institution, getting whatever help that person needs because they have a missing leg.
Oh my God, they're missing a leg? Yeah, Jesus Christ.
And
how can you even get on that scooter
again, for
like
people
that?
who aren't watching, you should definitely watch this episode, not listen to it.
And puts one leg on top of the scooter and then keeps moving. Okay. Yeah, but this individual
I mean, that's great balance. Really, like, fucking, that guy would kill it in yoga. He's missing out.
Yeah, he has no wheelchair, so.
Yeah.
He wherever he decides to sit, he just lays. I remember there was a point when he didn't have a scooter or anything, and he was just using
hopping around
and crawling like that. And so he found the scooter and he started using that, or somebody stole it. I'm sure somebody stole his wheelchair.
Wow.
So somebody took it from him, I bet. Or he went to bed, woke up, it was gone.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but that's actually
sad.
That person needs help. That person should not be on the street. That person is going to die in, I'm going to say, in a year or two.
Jeez.
Probably only 30 years old.
Wow. Yeah.
Probably will die.
How can we leave? At
least I think so. I think that person will die from exposure.
Yeah.
One day it's gonna get too cold. I don't know if that individual does.
I might die from exposure. I'm very popular.
Anyway. Well,
Stop bothering me, People Magazine.
Why do they just keep them all in this? They're all just like, oh, homeless. I'm like, no, they're not all homeless. There's a difference. No. And that's the problem, because people like that actually need help.
Yeah, that guy needs
are not getting help.
Oh, yeah.
Like, fuck help. All the junkies. I don't give a fuck about your goddamn drug problems. I got my own motherfucking problems. But people who are actually, like, mentally ill, or, like, they have some kind of health problems, or they don't have family.
They don't have
it
feet.
It sucks, man. They don't have fucking feet. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah. Talk about the agony of defeat.
And
anyway.
The foot.
Oh, my God.
I just put my foot in my mouth. I'm sorry. I should have said that.
Jesus. At least you. Okay.
Are we getting a kick out of this?
I enjoy the jokes.
I mean, a kick out of it was kind of.
Dude, if you don't laugh at it, you will cry. Every fucking day, I just minor.
Joseph's been putting poison out for like years. And it's not working.
I mean mug him. I do talk shit to him, dude. Like, fuck them.
I'll be the first to admit that I have my very own opinions, strong ones, that I don't. Only, my girlfriend knows, or we're close friends that they know, and I really don't get into them. But this one, a person died on the sidewalk.
They just found him dead?
Yeah, found him dead. And then they just put the tent. There's literally, the yellow tape just goes around the tent, and that's it. And they leave it right there at St. Julian Park.
Wow.
On 5th and St. Julian. Yeah, they don't block off the street. They don't, if they find out it's just natural, they just tape off a little bit apart.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, we're not even treating these people like humans anymore.
No.
They're just trash. They're literal trash. I love this picture.
This is great.
I was gonna say, there is irony on it, and it's not. I
think it fits within the context
I don't think that you're making
photos.
fun of them either. I think that you're just documenting how fucking weird our living situation is in LA.
I mean, is this person even homeless, or are they just fucking?
No, I don't know. I just thought the clown looked.
Yeah.
I just noticed the clown, and I just wanted to make a picture, and I like the picture.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I like that picture.
That guy for sure signs up at potluck.
Oh my God! Yeah, he's probably coming in tonight.
Open mic.
I just see a little bit of white paint behind his ears. I'm like, wait a minute. What? Do I know you from somewhere? Or
yeah, I like that photo. I think
that's awesome.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be
great.
homeless. I just think it's like dead body. Clown.
Yeah.
And then the next one is another. If you go to the next one, it's another body on a block away. This was actually one was taken 2 days apart from the other one.
I mean, I'd be pretty pissed if I had to pitch a tent every time I found a dead body down there. That's a lot of work. Have you guys tried to put those tents up?
Over there?
Like 99 people die on Skid Row every year.
Like I think it might be more. I think last year it was a lot more than that.
No. Just talk about Skid Row.
Wow.
That 50 block boundary. I think it was 100.
Wow.
Yeah, from the drugs.
And aren't
they
like all under like a age? I forgot the age. I forgot the statistic, but it's pretty young, under 60 or something like that. Maybe 52.
Yeah,
I could be making all these numbers up.
The average, I think it's like 56.
Okay.
Yeah, the average. I know. I live in that neighborhood. I'm like, fuck. I guess I'm done for.
Is that a restaurant
I gotta make
in the back? No.
Which one?
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, if you go to the one before.
I was like,
go to the one before.
We covered the ironic part with our.
Here, go to the one before.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
There's a story for the one before that I don't get to. I try to.
Probably
the next one. You go to the next one. Oh, I thought there was another one. Never mind. I thought I saw a different one. Yeah, I just thought that one was kind of.
But look, they're not even interested. Like, whatever, this dude might be fucking dead under this bench. But I guess we can't sit on the bench. That's all they're worried about.
Also, as a
that
woman,
has been all of us at one point.
Yeah, you can't approach that guy because when I first moved here, I was a very nice person. I'd be like, "Hey, do you need something?" Like, and I would. I lived in Vegas previous, but I'm originally from Illinois. But I would be like, "Hey, yeah, of course." I would give people money and like, and then I started getting attacked. You know what I mean? Like verbally, physically. And I'm like, oh, I'll buy you food. It started freaking out on me. I'm like, okay.
Well, I wanted to say this.
All right.
It's
so it's better like to not like. It's gonna happen.
I don't have conversations anymore.
I don't have conversation. I try not to have.
I used to do like interviews. Sometimes I used to like try and learn about their life, but I only do that with very specific people now. There's a couple people I talk to, and that's it.
Yeah.
There's a gang member out there that I know who sells fentanyl.
Yeah.
He's a fentanyl dealer, and I talk to him regularly. He's a good, well, not a good, you know what I mean. Treats me good, but
well, as long as he's killing these junkies, I'm good with that. You know what I mean? Like,
and also
God bless
sisters.
him. God bless him. You know.
For anyone listening, this is. We are at the Comedy Store. You know,
yeah,
to my followers,
yeah.
we are at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
This is a
and
comedy
I said
room.
it.
Okay.
I stand by what I say. I don't give a shit about these fucking junkies.
Well, you gotta stand by it. It's like the 8th time you said it.
This episode.
I have a whole
It's
website.
well
Kill them with
documented.
fentanyl. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Can I say this?
Yeah.
Because I used to actually talk to homeless people all the time, like in Hollywood, because they really just want to be treated like humans. They never would ask me for money. They would just chat with me. I smoked weed with homeless people. I'm not gonna fucking lie. I'm a fucking dirtbag too. The day I got a fucking weed card, I smoked out a homeless dude in Hollywood. But anyway. I don't do that now because they're not nice anymore. The kind of homeless people that come here now are not the way they used to be. They're people that are drug addicts that were shipped here from another state. They got into rehab, and then rehab kicked them out when the money ran out.
Well, they act like you owe them something. I'm like,
yes,
I don't
they're
owe
entitled
you
now.
shit, motherfucker.
And they're not friendly anymore.
They're not friendly. I have a couple guys that I talk to that around my block that are cool, and I know them, and they always hang out by the liquor store. You know what? Sometimes I'll throw them a beer. Nice, never belligerent, never feel threatened. Always ask my ham. Always talks about my dog. Always wants to pet my dog. Loves them. Usually my dog doesn't like homeless people at all. Loves this guy. Okay, fine. Everybody else, go fuck yourselves. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to look at your shit and piss. I don't want to look at you high on drugs, and I don't want to hear you act like you're alive, because that's what happens. They try to get your attention. They're screaming and they're doing whatever because they want to be like, hey, am I alive? Nobody's looking at me, so I have to do something negative for somebody to fucking look at me.
That's actually kind of ironic because this is Post Malone on Hollywood and Highland.
Oh yeah, Post Malone looks like he's
homeless. You kind of have to
homeless.
look at that.
Wait, that is Post Malone.
Yeah, it's Post Malone.
Fuck.
I like that picture. I think it's kind of ironic in all the other photos.
I'm gonna get all those same tattoos on my face.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like Justin
That's
Bieber with retarded tattoos and bad hair.
How dare you?
I wanted to say something about Justin Bieber. This is not related to anything, but last week we got fucking hammered. Well, me and Webb got hammered. I got hammered at Saddle Ranch next door, and I was just listening to the bartender talk to the tourists, and he's like, Ariana Grande came here last week, and she did the karaoke for 4 hours, and she only did her own songs. He's like, it was like a private concert. That sounds like a living hell to me.
I know.
That really happened? That's pretty big.
I would have been like, hey, why don't you play What's Up by Four Non Blondes and sing that. Sing a real song, Ariana Grande.
He might have also just been trying to hit on some chick.
Somebody that's doing...
in front of her boyfriend. Ballsy move.
Hey, I met her last weekend.
Yeah.
Did you?
Pretty cool.
In downtown?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was just roaming around
Picking
the
up
soup
some
kitchen.
fentanyl downtown.
I was picking up my poison for the week.
Yeah,
I'm like, hey, guys, come here, cute, come get. You guys want to talk? No, I would never.
It makes me really angry when they have pets, the homeless people.
Oh, my
God.
God,
You can't
dude.
fucking feed yourself. Why are you doing this to an animal?
Yeah.
Well, they get lonely, too. They need something to pet.
Yeah,
You know?
I was walking by a tent where the last person that died, where the cop car is, and I was walking by there one day, and I hear these two dogs. They start barking, and then they start going at it. And then as I kept walking, I kept hearing them. And I heard just silence. One time, just killed that other dog inside that tent.
Wow.
Yeah, I heard a dog fight one time inside of the tent. I was walking by one morning.
That makes me so sad.
Yeah, the other dog just went at it. The other dog was screaming and stuff, and everybody was looking out. They were like, "Oh, what do we do? Do we open a tent?" And he was like, "I'm not going in there. You guys go in there. I'm not going in. Dog's gonna kill me. The dog's gonna bite me or something." And then I started walking away, and then they just heard the silence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, and then I found a abandoned one down there one time. I called animal control to come get it. So I guess you could say that's my good deed so far on Skid Row.
Yeah.
But the way people treat those dogs, man.
Well, they're abusive towards them most of the time.
You should just call
they're
animal
abusive to
control
themselves.
and point at like a homeless guy and go, "There it is. Go get him."
We should have an animal control for homeless people,
We got
honestly.
A manimal.
That would be a
control.
better idea than what they're doing now. I don't think they're doing anything good now.
Yeah, the way they treat some of those dogs. I see those dogs are just tied up all day and there's no water out there. And I come back like 3 hours later and they're still there. And I'm like,
oh, that's
they're
so
out in the
fucking
sun.
I'm
sad.
like, man, you guys, just, not the dogs. Anyone but the dogs, man.
This is obviously a picture of Taylor Boss.
I just kind of like this one.
Looking good. Taylor Boss, my boyfriend, but yeah.
Is what?
Is my boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's all of our boyfriends, really.
Whoa.
What
This
going on,
is
man?
Fire
Jerry.
economics class or what the fuck happened to his face?
This is
Fire
Jerry. He got
economics.
he was outside of near LAX airport and he got shot point blank with a shotgun.
Whoa.
Yeah, and he's been on the streets for like maybe
Ever
15
since?
years. Yeah, 15 years. He's been down on Skid Row for a
Man.
long time. He's been homeless the whole time. And it messed up his whole hand. If you look at the hand behind the cut.
Was he homeless
Yeah.
before this happened?
No.
He actually made airplane parts.
What the fuck? See, this is upsets me because
It
that
affects
is
his brain
so fucking
too.
goddamn sad.
I would have
Yeah.
no problem with my taxes
actually,
going to this guy
talks
at all.
Right?
Perfectly lucid. He can talk pretty well. He
Oh
actually
my
can't smell.
God.
He can't smell.
Lucky.
And
I mean, considering where he lives, I don't
and
want to
he's
smell either.
almost blind. He
God
can make out
damn it.
shapes. So if you squint your eyes, he can make out like figures. So he
Man.
walks around and just. Yeah, but he's actually one of the most fucking, inspiring dudes I ever met. He's never in a bad mood.
Mm-hmm.
He's always positive. He's like
Man.
I could sit down and talk to him for an hour. For
Poor
an hour,
guy.
and we'll just go on and on about basketball, football, and
Oh my God.
It was
yeah,
random?
He's super.
They randomly
But
shot
the
him.
Yeah,
attack?
it was a random crime. It was a random.
Man.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Poor
he-
guy.
Yeah, but he lives out there like that. I'm surprised he hasn't, passed away on the streets.
Honestly,
just
I'm
from
surprised
exposure
too.
with the wounds like that. But
Yeah.
Yeah, but why has he not asked for help or what's going on? Because
He
he
does have
had
a-
a good job before and he could.
he does
I mean,
have a criminal background.
Okay.
So
that fucked him.
That
Oh my
prevented
God.
him. But this is the example of somebody that needs to be taken off the street
Right.
and put into
Yeah.
housing.
Right.
It's funny because I live in a building where there's people that are living on Section 8. These are able-bodied,
That's what I'm saying.
30-year-old
Yeah.
men.
Same here.
bigger than I am, and I'm just I don't.
You don't know what the
I don't
hell's
know.
going
I
on.
don't know how where the process starts. I know he tried to get housing, and he didn't get it, but I think he's given up on that. It seems as if he has.
Yeah.
But he's the example of somebody that should be taken. They see him, take him out, be like, "We're gonna give you a place. We're gonna give you this and that." But I guess that's not the case right now. So.
Oh boy. All right. So
Well,
we got a
it's,
couple more minutes left.
Maybe we could get Ellen DeGeneres to exploit him on TV
Go to the
so
next
she
one.
could look like a nice person by giving him something.
What's this one?
Whoa.
shit.
What are you guys doing in here? Hi, it's me.
it's Tony Hinchcliffe.
It's the world's rising comic, Tony Hinchcliffe.
He just butchered that.
Jesus
I'm just
Christ.
retarded.
Who would guess this guy doesn't know anything about branding? Come on.
Here, go to the next one.
You mean the best dressed
Just
person
kidding.
here,
Hi,
Tony?
everybody.
Wonderful
Next
comedian.
one.
One more.
One more. Next one. We'll get
Goddamn.
there. Next one.
Slide.
Yeah, that was a crazy one. That guy on the
shit.
right beat the living with that right after I took that photo, man.
He beat the shit out of that guy?
Yeah, with they both have
Batons.
batons out.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and the guy on the right, he I guess the guy with no shirt, he
got his ass kicked or he beat some ass?
No, well, he was hitting cars with his belt. He was
Oh.
obviously on drugs.
Yeah.
But the guy came out of the barber shop with his thing on, and he took one of the batons out from one of the barber gave him a baton. He took the baton out, and he hit the guy in the leg like gang of times, man.
Good.
Gang of times.
Good.
Man.
Stop fucking hitting cars,
Yeah.
you dumb shit.
Here, go to the next one. What's the next one? I'm curious what the next one is. Oh, yeah.
Oh man. Is that person dead? No, they've been
No.
puking. Oh my god, dude.
Who knew that Fanta could get you
I
so
do,
fucked
I
up?
do not want to
Great
Fanta.
commercial, by the way.
Yeah.
And a word from our sponsor,
we-
Fanta.
Drink a Fanta, it'll fuck
This
up
is
your life.
not a paid
Yeah.
advertisement.
Well,
Here, go to the next one.
Where'd they get the
And
model?
this is the one that went
that's the
viral.
Oh
famous one, yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
That's unfucking real.
That one went viral.
It's hard to
Yeah.
imagine that many homeless people have diabetes. They need those.
Well, besides the
shots.
guy with the no leg, I could believe that one.
But
Yeah.
also, all they eat is sweet stuff and candy. I
Right.
mean, that's all they can
Yeah.
afford, like McDonald's and
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be
that's
surprised
true.
if they all have
That's true.
And
diabetes.
sweet meth.
Oh god.
Cheap foods and whatnot, but that was the one that blew up. That one blew up pretty big. That was I could not stop that one from going everywhere. and then it got to a point where I was like, I can't give up.
It's unreal.
Yeah, it's
God
crazy.
damn.
It keeps going too. So,
Man.
but yeah, those are some of the photographs that There's a whole bunch of other ones, but.
Well, we actually just ran out of time, I think. It's 7 o'clock. But man, holy shit. Thank you, Eric.
No
thank
problem.
you for coming down.
Another dead body.
And
over
thank you for doing this. I wanted to I'll talk to you off at the mic about
it's
some of your
an
technical
endeavor,
things, but
yeah.
really appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
And
We
where
need to
can people
open
find
people's
you at
eyes.
one more time? Because I probably hacked the Instagram.
All Eyes on Me Los Angeles on Facebook, and then All Eyes on Me LA on Instagram. I'm not on Twitter, which
Good.
Thank
should
you
probably-
very much.
Why?
No,
Twitter's terrible. dude.
I don't know.
It's just a nightmare zone.
Sometimes I think if I had been on Twitter, it would have been even.
yeah, I
That
don't,
photo of the
for me, I don't
needles
like
would've-
Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Instagram is where it's at, especially with your
Instagram
great
is-
photography. I think you're doing.
And it has a
Well,
nice layout. I can look at everything
yeah.
and be like, okay, it looks like this, looks like this. I'm very particular. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot
Great
of
job.
work goes into the photos. So.
Great job. Thank you
Appreciate
very much.
guys
Thank
having
you.
me here and talking
Oh,
about
thank
it.
you for
Yeah.
coming down.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
Keep
fun.
on
It was
trolling.
Anyone who, no one's ever really asked me to talk about it. So anyone that's interested and wanted me to talk about it, I don't mind.
It's
Oh,
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a problem.
Thank
at
you
all.
for opening our eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, keep on trolling.
Thanks, everyone.
See you in hell.